Starting off at number 10, the man that started it all for Eli and Peyton, Archie Manning. Now, Archie Manning does not have good numbers. Most of what I'm going to say about Archie Manning is how bad the New Orleans Saints were in the 1970s. But let's start with Archie. Archie was a second overall pick in 1971. He's a two-time Pro Bowler. He passed for over 3,000 yards twice. And that is despite being on maybe the worst team ever for an entire decade. The New Orleans Saints in 1970, under Manning's leadership, won 31 games in the 70s. Those are games that he started. They were 31 in 78, and that's despite winning 15 times in the last 2 years of the decade. So for the first 8 years, they were 16 and 61 in games Archie Manning started. I know that doesn't sound great for Archie, but keep this in mind. The first 5 years of his career, he was sacked an average of 37 times. An average of 37 times a year. That's crazy. So I don't have good numbers for Archie Manning. That's why he's way back here at number 10. But I will say this really cool thing. When I was doing research for this project, I found a website that actually ranked the players from the 70s. Even though there wasn't fantasy football in the 70s, it ranked the players by their position. And Archie Manning in 1972 is a third-ranked quarterback for fantasy points. And then in 1978, he's a fifth-ranked quarterback. So nothing mind-blowing, but again, that's why he's 10th. The 70s were not a great decade for quarterbacks. The league was still heavy on defense and running attacks, and the rules dictated that you ran the ball, and quarterbacks had a real hard time, as you'll see as we go through the list.